Welcome. I'm Father Kevin, and this is Alert to Good News. Here's an audio reflection on the Gospel for the 24th Sunday in Ordinary Time, September 17. In the Gospel, Peter asks Jesus if he has to forgive a person who has wronged him as many as 7 times. In other words, when do we start getting even? Jesus responds with a more stunning number, 77 times. Jesus makes his point with a parable. Worker one owes a huge amount, say $1 million. The king forgives his debt. Then worker one runs into worker two, who owes him a very small amount, say $50. Worker one grabs worker two by the throat and says, "Pay now or I put you in jail." And when the king hears of this, he summons worker one and says, "I cancel your debt. Shouldn't you have done the same?" The lesson is simple. God forgives so much. Why can't we forgive so little? Forgiveness is a decision to will the good of the other, even though we may still harbor negative feelings. It's a decision, not a feeling. It's a decision to let go of wrongs and move on with our own lives. The readings today also bring us face to face with our mortality. Death is a fact of life. A bestseller title, Being Mortal, Medicine, and What Matters in the End, questions whether extending length of life at the expense of quality of life is the right thing to do. Atul Gawande, a medical doctor, describes 3 patterns. With an incurable disease, treatments may lengthen life, but eventually the body wastes away rapidly. In the second pattern, a chronic disease is treatable, but relapses siphon the life out of that person. And finally, there's a pattern of old age called frailty, the gradual decline of bodily systems. The question becomes when to let go, when to stop offering treatments that likely don't work. The author asks, why submit the dying to the full panoply of medical procedures to see them merely exist in institutions and lose their independence? Many of us are familiar with Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's book, describing 5 stages through which many dying patients pass: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and finally acceptance. These stages, while not absolute, are a useful guide in understanding behaviors. They may apply to any change, any big change, be in the death of a loved one, job loss, or divorce. Dr. Kubler-Ross wrote another book titled Death, the Final Stage of Growth. The title leads me to the Christian understanding of death, and the foundation is Good Friday, Easter. Hidden in the death of Jesus was the glory of the resurrection. Our faith challenges us to remember that the light of our resurrection will shatter the darkness of our death. The story of Jesus did not end in the tragedy of the cross, but in the triumph of the God-man Jesus, transformed into a new, indescribable heavenly reality. The risen Christ anticipates what we one day will become, all of us. So let's be honest. Most of us do not long with St. Paul to be free from this earthly life so that we can be with the risen Christ. Many of us pass through the stages of Dr. Kübler-Ross's. There is a darkness about death that even Jesus cried out against. Yet in the Christian vision, we expect that the Spirit of God, who continually amazes us, will surprise us in the moment of our own dying with a new heavenly reality, an evolutionary leap, as Pope Benedict XVI describes it, into a new kind of spiritual embodiment. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may you always be alert to good news, and have a blessed day.
Thank you for watching this video. You can see more videos here or simply subscribe by hitting the button below.